Hey beautiful people, it's Rickita and I'm back with another video. So in this video, I want to talk to you guys about a mistake that a lot of people are making when they're building their credit. So I seen a comment on my YouTube channel and they were saying based off my recommendation of Kickoff, it didn't boost the credit score and some other accounts. And it's just like the biggest mistake is this: stop applying for things just because I talk about it. Because I talk about so many credit cards, you guys. So if you go to my website, Rickita.com, you're going to see like I literally did a video on so many credit cards. Like all of these credit cards that's on this website, I talk about so many of them. It's so many of them. And just because I talk about them don't mean that you need to get them. To be honest, you don't. I want you guys to just make sure, like when you're building credit, just get you 4 credit cards. And what I say is I say sit on them, which means get those 4 credit cards, let them build your credit score. And then if you decide in 6 months, 9 months, or a year that you want to get more credit cards because your credit score is high, then go ahead and get them, okay? And like where I'm at with my credit, like I have high limit credit cards. If I make a video about the self, or if I see somebody make a video about the self Visa card, I'm not gonna say, ooh, somebody credit score went up 85 points. Let me go and get that. No, it's not meant for me. That's for somebody else that's building their credit. Or I see somebody make a video on a credit builder card. I already got credit cards. I don't need to build my credit. So I wouldn't be trying to get this credit card. I see there's a lot of people out there just getting credit cards because they can, and then they're not helping their credit at all because they're racking up too many inquiries, or they're getting accounts that's not going to help them. I talk to you guys all the time about Kickoff. I got so many videos about it too. And never did I tell you guys to ever get that $20 account with Kickoff, the one where you're paying $20 per month for no reason. To me, they send it, they get your credit reports and things like that, but to me, it's no reason. I never told you guys to do that just so that they can report $2,500 to the credit bureaus for you. It's not worth it. I told you guys to get the $2 account or the $5 a month account when I realized you guys didn't have an option but to get that one. I told you guys to get that. But I also told you guys, if your credit score is over a 620, you shouldn't even be thinking about getting this. This is for people that's like in the 400s and 500s. That's when you should think about getting this. Or they also have like an installment account where you could pay $10 per month. You can think about getting that one if you don't have any other installment accounts, and if your credit score is under like a 640. I told you guys to do that. I got that account and my credit score is over 640. I got that just to show you guys how it works, how to sign up, because how else am I going to show you how it works without me signing up for it? And I told you guys that did not help me. Their first Kickoff account that was free, that wouldn't help me because I had very high utilization at the time. But you guys don't just jump on credit cards because I talk about them. Don't do that. I may talk to you guys about the Discover is Secure credit card. That don't mean you have to get that. If your credit score is high enough, just go to their website. So go ahead and search Discover. The Discover is Secure sound good. You might like the regular Discover. Go ahead and go ahead and go to their website, Discover it, and then look at the different credit cards that they have, because they have multiple credit cards. And it seems like this is just the one that's going to pop up. But let's go ahead and just click right here on Discover so we can look at all of their different credit cards. And, see which one of these other credit cards you like. If you like that one card, I'm just telling you guys about the main company too. So if you like that Discover it, come to Discover and click right here on check now and see if you could pre-qualify, because you may think you can only get that secure one. But when you come to the website, you realize you can get any of these because your credit score is high enough. They're going to be able to approve you. So don't just, hear somebody talk about any credit cards and just go ahead and get them. Don't do that. And don't be sitting on your cards. Like I say, people card and garden stage, you don't just get your credit cards. You get your 4 credit cards and then you go crazy and get more credit cards just because you heard of a new one. And you're supposed to be letting those other credit cards grow, but you just keep applying for credit cards because you hear about them. Don't do that. And, some people may make a video like, oh my gosh, somebody just got approved for $5,000 or somebody got approved for $10,000. That don't mean that you need to jump on that credit card, especially if you're in the stage where you're supposed to be building your credit and you're not supposed to get additional credit cards, because all you're doing is messing up your average age of accounts. And then you may be getting too many inquiries. So if I make a video, somebody got approved for $5,000 with Discover, that don't mean you need to go and get the Discover card, especially if you're not at that stage where you're supposed to get more credit cards. Like right now, for me personally, I recently got like 6 more credit cards added to my credit reports. I'm not getting any more credit cards until it's like a good card or until a year. Like those have to get old. I don't want to just think, oh, it's a new one. Somebody got approved for the Chase Freedom. I'm going to get that. No, I'm not going to do that because I recently got a lot of credit cards. And then a lot of these companies are going to start denying you too when you apply for, different credit cards. And just because I made a video too about a $10,000 approval with the Chase Freedom credit card, that don't mean you need to go and get it because Chase they're not going to pre-qualify you. If you apply for that one just because somebody else got approved, you may get denied. So keep that in mind because I see that this is like a huge mistake a lot of people are making. And just because I say a credit card is good and you can't get it, or if it don't help you build your credit, that don't mean it's not good for everybody too. And that means that you did not look at your credit, or you don't understand the basics of credit, and you need to understand like the basics of credit. Some people don't like the Amazon Prime Visa signature card, but I love mine. I love my Amazon card. So everybody is different. Everybody's going to get approved for different cards. I want you guys to understand the basics of credit. And just because I talk about a credit card, that does not mean that you all need to go and try to get it, because I see that a lot. People see this one, $10,000 approval with Capital One. You go and try to pre-qualify for it and you can't get it, and now you're mad. That's not how it works, you guys. When you see others getting approved, then you need to figure out what score did they have. Do they have negative accounts on their credit reports? How many credit cards do they have reporting right now? What's their utilization? How many inquiries do they have on their credit reports? What's their average age of accounts? Those are the questions that you need to ask. And then some companies like Citi, they're not going to do a pre-qualification. So if I put that somebody got approved for this credit card, do not try to run and get that card, because they're not going to pre-qualify you. They're just going to tell you no and give you a hard inquiry for no reason, and that's something that you don't need. Okay, so please keep that in mind when you guys are like looking at these different credit card companies, or these different credit card companies, these different credit videos that I'm making. I'm making a video just to put it out there because I know it's going to touch and reach that person that it needs to touch and reach. And again, go to my website, Rickita.com, and check out these different lists here, like the best ones for bad credit for students. And then I recently got, since I'm already right here with the students, I recently got a comment asking about why are these student credit cards asking about your income if you're a college student. You guys, college students still work. And then if you read some of the print on some of these cards, they talk about what income you have coming in. It could be income that your parents are giving you on a consistent basis. It can be a lot of type of income, but don't think about getting a credit card if you're a student and you don't have the income, because you're going to spend their money. And if you don't have any money coming in, how are you going to pay them back? It's certain things like that. And I understand that people are at different stages when they're building their credit and they're starting to understand these credit cards things differently. But understand that anything you spend on these credit cards, you really need to pay it back. And do not spend anything on these credit cards if you cannot pay it back, okay? Because I remember when I first started taking out student loans, I just thought, oh, free money, I'm never going to have to pay it back. And now I'm older, I'm like, are you kidding me? I learned now. So please just make sure you understand everything before you just jump in and apply for credit cards. And again, just because you're a student doesn't mean that you shouldn't have any type of income coming in, or you don't have any income coming in. Do not apply for a credit card if you don't have any income coming in, because all you're going to do is set yourself up for failure. You're going to use that money on that credit card. You're not going to have any more money to pay it off, and it's going to mess you up. So that's just something that was on my heart I want to tell you guys about. If you guys have any questions, definitely let me know, and I'll see you guys in the next video.